Good morning. Let me introduce myself. I am Sevara Xamidova, and today actually I would like to introduce you some innovative teaching strategies. So, the first we need to identify what is innovation. Innovation, a new idea or method, is the development of new products, designs or ideas. Innovative teaching strategies don't always mean introducing the latest and the greatest technology into the classroom. Instead, innovative teaching is a process of proactively introducing new teaching strategies and methods into the classroom. The purpose of introducing these new teaching strategies and methods is to improve academic outcomes and address real problems, to promote equitable learning. How innovation can help you become better at teaching. Innovative teaching strategies start with a growth mindset. We identify room for improvement. We invest our time in researching and thinking about better strategies to teach our students. We create something new or adapt existing methods. We take risks. We may fail. We try again, we iterate, and by doing so establish a culture of innovation and creativity in the classroom that inspires our students to do the same. We look through popular innovative teaching strategies that help drive better student outcomes. These strategies often focus on student engagement. After all, students that are actively engaged in their learning are less likely to be absent from the class and more likely to succeed academically. It is important to take a student-centric approach to our methods. As a student, we gain more from class by sitting passively? Or are we more likely to learn by actively participating in the class, by asking questions, collaborating on projects and problem solving? Let's look at 10 innovative teaching strategies that teachers use in their classrooms to improve students' engagement and academic outcomes. Review the following innovative teaching strategies and consider how you can use them in your classroom to improve student engagement. The drive to innovate in the classroom should always consider how such innovations can improve student outcomes. The goal of teaching is to promote learning. The strategies we deploy are to promote learning. Trying out different strategies in the classroom is an iterative process to help us promote learning more effectively and successfully. The first one is flip the classroom. And you have some question. What is a flipped classroom? In a flipped classroom, students review lecture material at their home and work on projects and assignments in the classroom. Students in the flipped classroom complete coursework typically sent home as homework in class. The flipped classroom provides a great space for peer-to-peer collaboration. Students can engage one another to complete group projects, debates, and practice. Teachers are not the center of the flipped classroom. Instead, teachers are more flexible, addressing personalized help and direction for students and student groups as they complete their work. Second one is personalized learning. Personalized learning adapts what, when, and how we are teaching each student. Instead of selecting a singular method or strategy to teach the whole class, teachers adapt to the strengths of each student to help them succeed. The personalized learning experience is like how we experience different online tools where algorithms tailor our online experiences to meet our interests. When you go to one site, you may see certain content float to the top, where I will see something different based on my viewing history or searches. Personalized learning provides a catered learning experience and methods that are optimized for individual students. So, these individualized learning journeys are different for each student. The end goal is subject mastery or meeting standards for the grade level. So, we can think of these as different paths leading to the same place. And the next one is project-based learning. Project-based learning is an effective method that helps students drive their own learning journey. In a project-based learning experience, students identify a real-world problem, then develop a solution. Project-based learning relies on developing key skill sets such as research, critical thinking, problem solving, and the next one is collaboration. Project-based learning is an active method of learning where students gain mastery through the application of their knowledge rather than rote memorization, like the flipped classroom. The teacher's role becomes that of a guide, and the students take ownership of their learning. Next one is Inquir-based learning. Inquir-based learning develops thinking and problem-solving skills. Instead of driving the class through a lecture-style format, the teacher poses questions, scenarios, and problems. Students then research these topics individually or in groups to formulate their answers. They can then present their findings and supporting evidence to the class along with other students. Students are then able to further develop their answers by listening to what other students have found, as well as identifying areas that require more attention and detail. Next one is jigsaws. Jigsaws are another active learning method. Most importantly, jigsaws introduce the opportunity for students to teach other students, and as Seneca said, while we teach, we learn. Explaining something to someone is often considered the best way to truly understand it. With jigsaws, students are divided into groups and given different pieces of information. Students in each group are then tasked with learning the information enough to be able to explain it to someone else. The students are then assigned to different groups where they explain their information to the other members. They complete this process until each group has a full picture of information to complete the puzzle. So, just we are going to move next one. Next one is ask open-ended questions strategy. It is one of the innovative teaching strategy. Students, especially successful students, may rely too heavily on textbook answers. They may develop over time the tendency to think there are only right and wrong answers. But most questions don't have right or wrong answers. In today's divisive public sphere, students need to exercise conversational skills, and empathy. Students need to learn to communicate and collaborate. By asking open-ended questions, teachers encourage vibrant in-class conversations. Students can piece together different information learned or experienced in their life to stitch together cohesive points. This can encourage students to not only find their voice but express themselves as well. Examples of open-ended questions. The first one is, tell me about your relationship with your supervisor. And the next one is, how do you see your future? Next question may be, tell me about the children in this photograph. What is the purpose of government? Why did you choose that answer? An open-ended question is a question that cannot be answered with a yes or no response or with a static response. Open-ended questions are phrased as a statement which requires a longer response. The response can be compared to information that is already known to the questioner. Next one is peer teaching. Peer teaching, as we mentioned when discussing jigsaws, students exhibit mastery when they explain or teach others. Have students choose an area of interest within the scope of the subject being taught. Provide them with the opportunity to independently research the topic and create a presentation on it. Set aside class time for students to present to the class to teach their peers about their topic. With peer teaching, students learn skills such as independent study, presentation skills, and confidence. Next one is blended learning. Blended learning combines physical and online learning, experiencing that gives students more control over the time, place, pace, and piece of instruction. Check out our previous post on blended learning to learn all you need to know. What's exciting about blended learning is that it provides traditional classroom experiences as well as online tools and learning opportunities. It's not an all or nothing method. Still, technology is a key component of blended learning as it is for students in the real world. The flexibility of blended learning enables students to have more control over their learning methods. Perhaps they will watch online lectures at home and engage in peer groups for collaborative activities, or maybe they will prefer to join lecture-based virtual classes and do their homework independently. Next one is feedback. Feedback is incredibly important. Students need to learn how to offer constructive feedback as well as accept feedback. Provide students with a mechanism for providing feedback. In a virtual classroom, feedback tools like polling or emojis are a great way for quick feedback cycles. You can even challenge or ask students to expand upon their feedback, then ask other students with opposing opinions to discuss why they think differently. Next one is active learning. Many of the innovative teaching strategies we discussed are active learning strategies. Active learning methods encourage students to discuss, contribute, participate, investigate, and create. Active learning challenges students by questioning them, requiring problem solving and critical thinking. Most importantly, active learning engages students and requires them to be active in the classroom. Students that participate in their learning are more likely to succeed in your class. Students that participate in their learning are more likely to succeed in your class. Summary. These strategies are used to inspire creativity and success in the classroom. Change is necessary, and through change, we are bound to fail or miss a bit. However, failing is okay. One of the most important lessons we teach our students is that they need to try, and if they fail, then that's okay. Failing is okay as long as we take lessons from that and try again. So, these strategies seem like we are taking a big leap into something new. We don't have to apply them to our entire teaching strategy. Think of how you can use one or the other for a specific lesson. Maybe some subjects lend themselves to a project-based learning exercise, while others benefit from simply asking open-ended questions. Keep your ears and eyes open. Many teachers are going through this journey with you. So today actually I taught you some innovative teaching strategies that you can achieve success if you use one of them in your class. When you teach English language, it would be better if you use one of innovative teaching strategies. For example, if you use flip classroom, if you use active learning strategy, if you use some of these strategies, the time you can achieve success and your students will be one of the best one, and you can achieve success. Thank you for your attention.